Alright, hello everyone and welcome to another base tour. Let's get started. When we last left off, we were standing here by these lasers. You may have wondered, what's happened since then? Well, apparently we've tried to upgrade things we can't. Is this outside the range? Okay. No, okay, no. No, that's in the range. Okay, we're gonna Alright, we're gonna stay on task this time. It's just gonna be a quick base tour. Quick update, what has happened since the last base tour, right? So the lasers are still there. You'll notice, check it out, that they're green, right? I turned my character green. Look at this little guy. Look at him. He's green. I like green. I turned my spider green. And apparently that turns your weaponry green. Same color as well. But we don't need that anymore. Let's talk about it. Let's get started. So we still have science. We still have, I don't know, what do we have last time? We still have this little road down the middle. We still have, oh. You may wonder a few more bots flying around the base. A little bit more of a bee swarm. We'll get to that. So let's start at the train station. You'll notice we have the same amount of trains. Stone. Do we add stone? Do we have stone before? We have stone now. We have stone, oil, coal, copper, ore. We also have a fuel train. Pickup, solid. No, this is not solid. It's jet fuel. I own it. We changed the parking lot to have a few more spaces. We have a few more train stations, just a few. We have a little makeshift rocket fuel. This powers all the trains, and it's powered from solid fuel. Look at that. Train goes right under you. How many times would I die without those? Are we good on oil though? Yeah, we should be good on oil. I don't know what's going on. I hardly ever know what's going on. So let's get on the train. Let's take a tour. And this tour is going to be called the Tour of Defense. Tour Defense? Tour of Defense. Because it's a fence. Oh, jeez. Let's throw in some rocket fuel. And we're going to go up to... Oh, have a few more train stations as before. Just don't... Spoilers. Don't look at those. We'll go take a look at all of them. Chips. No. Okay, no, this is the last thing I added. So you stay to the end. You'll see what Chips Ahoy is. You can you can take a guess. All right. So many quality things have been done. Oh, there's so much to show. Let's not get let's not get off track. Okay, we're gonna go to Stone 1, where it all began. So let's talk about stone. Let's talk about power. Because not only is Stone 1 up there, but my nuclear power plant is up there as well. So let's go take a look. Oh, spoilers. Okay, off we go to Stone 1, as we probably are blocking like 50 trains from leaving the station right now and plugging up the thing. Oh goodness, where am I going? No, what are you doing? You're going to Stone 1 that way? What happened here? Oh, these trains are all blocked from... Why are they blocked? What did I do? No, Chips Ahoy. No, you shouldn't have to go to Chips Ahoy. Hold on, just no spoilers. We just might have to fix a couple things. Why are you blocked? Just don't pay attention to any of this. We'll get there. We'll get there eventually. This is definitely not Chips Ahoy. No spoilers there. Just a random little train thing off of the main base. Okay, so here we are at Stone 1. You'll notice. Oh, maybe we should have started at the base. Ooh. Maybe I should start this whole video over. Maybe not. Let's go to... Nope, don't look at that either. Base stone. Okay, back to stone. Just pay it no mind. Pay it no mind. Let's just pretend like this never happened. Am I standing outside here again? Okay, no, I didn't do it this time. I stayed in the train. Did we solve this clog yet? What are you guys doing? Okay, hold on. We have things to do. Okay, real quick. This is gonna be a quick door. Okay. Why? This is what happens when you're running out of steam. Get it? You're blocked. You're blocked. Why? Oh, cause this is. Okay, hold on. Just. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Look at all of that. Okay. Just don't pay no mind. This is like one of the last things I did. And by one of the last things, I mean it's just hang tight. Hang tight. Okay. All right. Right. We were going to check out one of the next things I did, which is exciting in the base, is I added, wait for it, a building train. Let's just zoom in real close here. Oh, I can look at the building train from space too. Oh goodness, you're not supposed to see that either. Yeah, no, I was right. No. I was right. We're gonna start up at nuclear power. just ignore that. Ignore it. We're good. We're gonna talk about the building train and what it means. Get out of my way. I'm trying to put down my personal train. My PT, if you will. You guys remember? Oh God! I didn't know I could do that. So, as they were saying, we'll let the bots repair the train as we go. So, note to self, put the personal train down after a light, so you don't get rammed. Oh, we're off to a good start. Okay, off to stone. Just like we always were. Off to stone, the normal way. We got a few more solar fields, as you can see. I put in a little 4-way intersection there. I don't need it, but it looks cool. Okay, so here we are at stone, right? And this is the base I talked about. Remember, guys? We talked about the nuclear, 2 nuclears, oil, and stone. How we're gonna build a base there? You know what? We did it, guys. We made it. And here we are at the new base. So what we have now is the build train, and I completely ripped this off from Catherine of Sky, the YouTuber, if you will. That's her YouTube name. So what this build train is you've got this recombobulators asking for things, and the things set the filters, and when the filters turn on saying I need this, some of this, then the train station turns on. And when the train station turns on, then the build train goes to one of the many billions of build stations, and just goes to that, drops off the stuff, and then the little bots bring it there. It's also got a little recycling plant. So if I'm in the area, my little logic bots will take anything in my trash and put it off here, and it'll get dumped off into the base. So now I'm going to haphazardly just run across all these train things. Let's talk about nuclear power. So nuclear first needs a sulfur train, sulfuric acid. We pipe that in from the main base, actually. So let's from map view. Let's do it from map view. So I built this quaint little river rail in for the base building train. To high view, so we don't see the swarm of bees. Spoiler. We built the base building train, the base building defense train, and here's the sulfuric acid pickup because there was no room at this train station. Well, there was, but I didn't want to shim it in there at the time. And I already had this base building train, so you can see I put it right by the mall, so it can pick up. Oh, this is the base. Oh no, you're not supposed to see the swarm of bees. This is the pickup station. This is where you put all the things that go into the train. You have to make sure everything that's requestable is in the correct car. So this is what the base station looks like for your building train. Same for the defense train. I had this idea that the defense train, as I started building the building train, I copied Catherine of Sky's pretty much exactly, and I noticed that I needed different things than she needed. So I needed a building train to build the defenses around my base, and I figured I'd just make it a full-size train, and it would be my catch-all of things I need to add. So if the building train didn't have it, and there's no space in the building train, you put it in the defense train. Well, what happened was I didn't hardly need anything else, and if I did, it just fit in the building train. So the defense train has some bots, just redundancy there. I thought the building train depots would cover both the building and the defense, so you could just have one station by the wall, and I ended up not doing that because it's easier to just plop down a dual station of building and defense train. So, whatever. It's easier that way anyways. Then you can pull your roboports to the nearest ore port if you want to build a thing. So that's where we got our sulfuric acid. We piped it in from there. Piped it in off the bus. If you remember, I put sulfur on the bus and built sulfuric acid midway through the bus. So then I pulled it around down by the mall into the thing and used that to mine nuclear fuel there. Mine the uranium. And then, of course, being true to form, I plopped down this blueprinted thing for uranium processing. You can see it's got mining. Yeah. It processes the old fuel. Yeah. It does the Kovarex or Kavafi. What's it called? Kovarex? Exactly. We got that going. Did some hand feeding to get it going. And then the rest was just, basically handled by this blueprint. One thing this blueprint had a lot of that I hadn't started doing yet was beacons and modules. A lot more on that later. But, spoiler alert, they're expensive. Speaking of expensive, I plopped down a nuclear power, and that, powered my base for quite some time. Until I started doing beacons. And then I had to plop down another array of 4 reactors, borrowing Catherine of Sky's blueprints off of her Google Doc with the, I don't want to use belts. Belts are useless, as I use belts everywhere else. But I used the requester chest, since these nuclear thingers was already dropped in the provider chest. Since then, we've had to plop down another array of 4, then an array of 6, then another array of 6, then another array of 6, then another array of 6, and I think we're good for now. We're running at 7 max gigawatts, and we peaked out at somewhere. I don't know. Probably this is when they have all the accumulators start running. Oh, nope. This is when all the accumulators stop running. No, the beacons. Wait, beacons take power when they're not running? That's too bad. Oh, but then all the these things. Because right now all my factory is pretty much at a standstill because I don't know what to do next. And basically everything that I worked so hard to build is just running at full capacity and completely buffered to the brim, and all the trains are at a standstill. But let's talk about defense as we get to the wall. So the first part, this is the first wall I ever built. I drew oil from the oil field here. And we also got an oil pickup right here. Yeah. This is the first ever defensive train base. Stop. And it services this wool. So this wool protected my nuclear power, since that is important, and I don't want that to get blasted. And I decided, you know what? Let's build the wool this way. And that's what I did. So this would be the second one. We should continue on train. Let's continue on train. Here's my PT, personal train. A little bit of train music there for you. This is one of my finer intersections. I often suffer from remembering which direction the train tracks go, and oftentimes I'll build a whole outpost with coming off of the wrong train track. So watch out for me on the roads. All right, so let's continue on to our first wooled off area, and here it is. Nope, there it is. Some lasers there still. So drag all those pipes around. Yep. So now we've got kind of, this is what I ended up templating more or less, is the double building slash building train. Building defense and building train. So then if I wanted to build something else, like train tracks or, well, I don't know, whatever. So basically from there, there's good old iron one, first outpost I ever did with trains. Got copper one there. That's probably the second outpost I ever did with trains. We got some random shooting rails across the thing, and we got to this is West Isle. I called it West Isle. Creativity was at a high at that point. So let's continue on to West Isle and see what we've been doing there. I had big dreams for West Isle. All right, high hopes, big dreams, high hopes. A lot of plans. You know, when you see the West Isle is full of bloopers or beakers or biters, and you clear it all out, you're like, this isle is mine. And Giga Coal. Oh gosh, poor Giga Coal. Oh no, it's doing nothing. Oh, poor Giga Coal. So look at all the resources on West Isle. You had iron, all these big, 10 million thing of coal. Poor Giga Coal. Oh, another thing of coal, another thing of iron. It had oil. It had another thing of coal. Oh my goodness. Another thing of coal. I was excited for the West Isle. And I cleared it out. And then I cleared, so I'd find a place where I'd have a nice river to river area. And then I'd build the train tracks down there. And then I'd build the building train and the defense train. And then I'd plop down, my blueprint. I actually designed this one myself. It's terrible. So you'll notice this blueprint is very big. What happened is I used medium poles to power the lasers, and the medium poles have a distance of whatever the medium poles do. You can see I messed up here. The medium poles have a distance of 6 or 7, and then these have a distance of 15 or something. And so I had to make it big enough to where it would tile. Otherwise, the medium poles would be all completely janked up or clumped up when I did it. I could just use, what do you call them? Substations, but you know me, I don't know anything about substations. We did have a nice little oil thing here to power this part of the wall. I would always try and find a close oil field to power that part of the wall, so I didn't have to drag the oil, like this, all the way down to the next part of the wall. And I'm sure there's probably a better way to do it, like use light oil or something like that. Ooh, here's a nice little wall I built across here. And then I snuck in and I grabbed this iron ore. Oh, wait. And I've already pulled the wall all the way down to here, but we're not there yet. We're still on West Isle. Let's talk about Giga Coal and how disappointing it's been, and how I forgot about it till literally now. Okay, so let's head over to Giga Coal. So here's what Giga Coal is. Well, no, let's not head there, because then we have to wait behind. No. There we go. Yes. All right. So here we are at Giga Coal, and we have a train at Giga Coal. Well, how did I never see? Oh, poor Giga Coal. Oh, he's been sitting here the whole game, and he's never been used. Oh, he's done nothing. He's been totally worthless. Of all the coal needs, I've built another coal mine. Oh, no. So let's talk about what happened. Here's what happened. Once I cleared off, let's go back to map view. Once I cleared off all of this space, I cleared off West Isle. So this is West Isle here. I continued down with my clearing. What did I clear off next? Oh, this is kind of where I had this little spooter. I gave a spooter demo right here of clearing out some guys. But since then, I built this wall. And when I built this wall, let's see, this is the previous wall there. Kind of walled off there. And there. And I've some awesome naming conventions like South Wall East, South Isthmus. And that isthmus also serves this over here. And then we walled off this, so and so. So anyways, I had this big open space, and I started looking for a place to start building my big, giant outpost that did one thing and did it well. Well, did one thing. So I saw iron, and I saw copper. This was a lot bigger back in the day. So I saw iron, and I saw copper, and I said, this is where green chips, this is where green circuits is going to be. All right. So green circuits, I'm going to need, excuse me, I'm going to need coal. I'm going to need coal to smelt that iron and smelt that copper. So I had big dreams, big aspirations. I had all the coal up here. So I built Giga coal. Blue belted. Look at that ambition. Blue belted, 2 giant patches of coal. Well, not giant, but I mean, giant for me. 10 million. I didn't change any of the resources at all. So this is it's pretty much up there. We got a loading. Oh, look at this. Look at this. Whatever that is. Is that a 1, 2, 3, 4? You gotta fuel the train too, don't you? This is appears to be a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 to 4 balancer to load it onto this train. And that it is loaded it onto the train exactly once. And the train is sat here for the rest of the game. Let us rename this. Oh gosh. No. Poor guy. Poor guy. Oh, I'm so poor Giga coal. This is why naming conventions are important. So this is going to be coal 4. I used to be creative with names, and now it's just easier to name 1, 2, 3, 4. Or I could just name them all coal. I haven't messed with that yet. I haven't messed with the 1.1 or the 1.17? 8. Where you can do the name everything the same thing. Although I have run into that. We're going to get to that in the tour. Where are we at? Time 22 minutes. All right. Yep. This is another one of those quick tours. So yeah, I just name all of my things as blah 1, 2, 3, 4 because that just makes everything easier. And then whenever you do something to the thing, you start with the place that it's picking up from, so you can see in your train station who all is going to coal 4. And the answer is nobody. Oh, West Isle Giga Coal, you had the heart of a champion. So we are going to send you to... Does base need more coal? Who needs coal? The Smeltatorium. That doesn't use coal. This guy needs coal. My science it's not exponential science, it's the science experiment. Spoiler alert, it failed. Alright, off you go, science Giga coal. You tried so hard. Where'd my train go? Where am I? Oh, I did it again, didn't I? Hey, this time, check this out. I've got extra locomotives. So the question is, actually I should just call my other locomotive. I'm just gonna sit there and get in somebody's way, isn't it? Come back to me. Watch this. This is going to be another genius move too. And it comes back to me and then just flies on past because there's another stop. And then I have 0 wait conditions. If this microphone is picking up stuff, you'll hear my wife heating up things in the microwave. All right, we're gonna get on the train. Okay. So, let's continue on. Yeah, where are you going to go now? Huh? Yep. Just got 5 seconds and then we got to run away. Let's go to green circuits. Let's see what happened there. Because a lot of things happened there, and most of them were failures. But not as bad as red chips. Red chips is my biggest disappointment in this playthrough, I think, post bus base and the post rocket launch. Let's say red chips are the biggest disappointment. And what in the world are you doing? Why did you go that way? Oh no! This is okay. No. We're good. Let's just pick up the train. Pick it up. Pick it up. All right, so we started with a build train. So you can see this train lot was not very planned. I had big aspirations. So so this is what happened, right? I used smelting arrays with electric furnaces and lots of beacons, right? So this each side processes a blue belt. Oh, I don't want to look at this. Each side processes a blue belt of ore and puts out a blue belt of plates, right? Yeah, so the idea was I was using these green chippins arrays, and each one of these allegedly takes in a full belt of copper plates, full belt of iron plates, and puts out a full blue belt that is 45 atoms per second. And that's what I learned too. 45. Learned to look for little ratios. So I'm using, oh, not that one. My goodness, not that one. So I also confused my blueprints and game blueprints. I think game blueprints are like the ones that are like in the game, so they go between games. But no, those are my blueprints. So I had this the 1.0 science book from I don't know. Put your things in there so you can see. Oh no, we're on green chips. Circuits by this guy, by Ranzogler. So 45 items per second. That's what we're using. We don't want to use this one or this one with all the belts and no beacons. That's not late game. We want the modules. We want the speed, even though we're not using it correctly. So we want the 45 items per second one, not the 11 point. Okay, we'll get there. All right, so we decided that we were going to pipe. Gosh, oh, green circuits. Why? No, I haven't looked at this so long, and it's just so sad. So we decided we're gonna pipe in from the mines right here. We're gonna pipe directly into smelters, and the smelters are gonna go directly into green chippins. And the green chips, we're going to look at this ambition. The green chips, we're gonna go to the 8 blue belts of green chips. We made it to 5, and then we ran out of space, and we have nowhere to go with these. Even though I aggressively laid out this train station all the way back here, we still ran out of room with smelters. And then it turns out that we probably could have just smelted somewhere else and look how small these are. We could have just brought in somewhere else. We could have just brought in the plates, smelted somewhere else, brought in the plates with trains, loaded them up here, and got a bunch of green chips. But no, we had to do this giant smelting array that took like 50 years to produce all of the modules to power it in the first place. My goodness. So that's the thing. Let's talk about the bee swarm. Let's talk about the modules. That's a good segue. Because all right, so this is the first big giant module thing that I built. Very aggressive, very big. I started with one, just one, and I was like, let's plop them down. Let's plop them down and start going. We got this giant thing here. I did actual math. I was trying. I was doing the work. I was trying. I did the thing where I looked at 200 thin miners can do about 3 belts. So let's put it on 3 belts here, and then it's not 3 belts anymore. And then I trained in other ore. Look at that. It's just nice. Just borrow some trains off some of the many other places. And well, I ran out of space to put them in, so it's just. It's in this sad state, all right? In the meantime, I needed more modules, and I was not getting them. So what did I do? I had at least a couple of green lines by then, somewhat going. So I said, you know what? Let's take this green chain. Let's take this green chain, and let's, building chain, that's pretty good. Let's ram it in there. Let's unload it onto a bunch of provider chests. And then anywhere we need green chips, we just put down requesters. So it's actually the swarming is not too bad right now. So that's been the latest theme is if you need something in the main base, you just ram in a train station, unload into provider chests, and anywhere you need it. So like right here, let's see where else. So blue chips. Oh, blue chips getting low. Let's unload some green chips. Modules. Hey, here's my module production. Modules are getting low, so now they're all backed up. But we needed all the modules. And module. Here's the sad thing. By the time, so the goal was to build green chips, mega station, red chips, mega station, then use that to make blue chips, mega station, and once you have that, build the modules, mega station. By the time I got to the module mega station, I had expanded the base module production and piped in blue chips and red chips and just rammed them into the base. Plastic. I used to have a plastic drop off over here. Ooh. That's for later. I actually had some green chips going over here. I started. This is actually what started it out. I started making some more because I had copper I had copper and I had iron plates down here, and this stupid green chip thing wasn't working because something was messed up here, and I didn't want to fix it because, as we pointed out in the last video, this is a mess. So obviously the best way to fix a mess is don't look at that. Is just upgrade to blue belts and ram in more lines. That was running out, and this just giant copper line. It's just that's sad. The sad musings of my original base. So it wasn't working, so I started another. Because I was getting copper and I was getting iron down here, right? At the end of the bus. This is the end of the line. I was getting it down here, so I figured, why not build another green chip array? And then I thought, well, how am I going to get it back on the bus to send it to all the other places that need green chips, right? And the answer was, that's too hard. So load it directly into passive providers, and then start requesting green chips. We need the green chips, right? Which naturally led me to the solution of, well, let's just run a train in here and just unload all the green chips as we go. So that's what we did. And that's why we have a giant swarm of bees filling all this stuff up. Well, after green chips, wouldn't you know it, we went to red chips. So let's go to red chips, aka the biggest disappointment of the post first rocket launch game. This thing. And off we go to red chippins. I wonder if we can do this. I don't use this much. Red chips. So look at that. Look at this. Chips or circuits. I think somewhere along the line so we started with circuits and we ended up with chips. Chips are more fun. Chips. So let's go. Red chips. Oh, no. That's blue chips. Okay, red circuits are all named circuits. The beaconing. The beaconing. We'll get to the beaconing. Let's just go to the fuel chain. We can't go to the fuel chain. It's off because we don't need fuel there. Red chips. Just go somewhere. Go. No, the building chain's closed too. Why is it so hard? Copper ore drop off. Go. Plugging up the lines. Okay. Oh, there's good old oil too. We got coal 1. Is the beaconing. That's just. We'll get to the beaconing. That comes after blue chips. Oh, you know what? Before we go here, hold on. We need to go to Mega Ore. Mega something. Mega. Starts with an M. Ends with an Ega. Mega oil plastic pickup. Yeah. So we needed. Oh, this just in. I received this highly important message. It's called Hi Bear. Bye Bear. Oh, but isn't it a nice little paper airplane? I don't have my camera on, so you can't see that. But my wife just threw a pink paper airplane, and on it was written Hi Bear. So, on to my second. Let's call them mega structures. Can we call them mega structures? Let's do it. Look, it's mega plastic, and I found a brilliant blueprint for this. In that, I plopped it down, I plugged in oil, I plugged in coal, and it put out 8 belts of plastic. Wait, what else could you ask for? So I even named it. I have mega oil with a plastic blueprint. So I had a nice big giant oil. I planned this one out a little bit too, because there's a giant coal mine here, and there was oil. Oh yeah, oil, coal. So I go bloop, and I plop down mega oil right there. Look at that. Look at this beautiful. I didn't even look at all of this over here. I just let my bots build it. But it's apparently a bunch of refineries with speed modules in the backends, and then efficiency. I always call it efficiency. You saw that in the last video, and that's how I ended up making a bunch of green chips that nobody uses. Productivity. A bunch of productivity, because it makes them more efficient. I feel like putting out more things makes you efficient. So, yeah, whatever. Oh, jeez. We're still at 35 minutes. This is good. This is good. It's just a quick base tour. So here we are at Mega Plastic. And this one took a long time to begin as well. I think through all of it. This is when I started pumping plastic to the base as well, because I started making. Let's look at the base real quick. Yeah. While I was waiting to make red chips, I made a giant red chip array in my base. Because we all dearly remember this horrendous crop circle failure of a red chip array. I don't even know. It had some plastic coming in. It kind of did. It didn't. I used this red chip array to just kind of bolster my red chips to build modules, so I could build mega oil, so I could build the mega red chip station, which was the biggest disappointment post rocket launch. But before we get there, we have to. Oh, by the way, we need to look at the defense wall over here. It's pretty good. This is Smeltatorium. That comes later. So we're getting back in the train, the PT, the personal train. Also, this is science experiment. We'll go see that in a little bit as well. So back to red chippins or red circuits. Let's go to the fuel train. Oh, we're doing this again. Okay, red circuit pickup. And it's confusing because it's not called chips. It's almost 10 o'clock. It's almost time for bed. I'm dating myself here of when exactly it's time for bed. I'm also mentioning bed and Factorio. Those things don't really go together, do they? So, just hold on. Okay, we're gonna get out here. Oh, I can't really show you though either. Let's just leave the PT here because who cares? The personal train, if you will. Oh gosh, I'm scared. Okay, so what we did with great aspirations, with great vengeance. That's not the right word. With great things, we unloaded 8 belts of copper, 8 belts of iron. Wow, I mean, it's a 1-4 train unloaded on both sides. That can probably make 8, right? You know, hear me out. This is my thought process, right? So I know that a 1-4 train doesn't necessarily make 8 full belts, but hear me out. What if we just sent in more trains? So that was my solution. As you can see, it worked out because everything's full. Just kidding. It's full because everything's completely buffered. So remember those smelting arrays? Yeah, remember those smelting arrays from Green Chip Land? Yep, they're here. And the cute thing is, look at this. Look how cute it is. We snuck in a little plastic belt along in between each one. So then we get we could have just piped in. Okay, anyways, no. So from each one of these things, we get a plastic line, a copper line, copper plates, and iron plates, and those go into our red chip arrays. Hey, look at that. And they put out a full, wait, hold on. Nope. Nope. They put out 11. I need 45. I have 11. So each one of these, so 11 times 8, 88, got about, oh gosh, a little bit less than 2 blue belts, carefully rammed into 8 blue belts. And to rub salt into the wound, I thought it would be cute to, instead of putting the train station for red chip pickup right at the top, right where the array ends, no. Let's build this giant array of 8 belts of failure all the way back this way. And then all the way down here. Oh, I just remembered I was going to put in a mod that let me see in the dark. So this video wouldn't be so terrible at night. Nope, too bad. Can't see. Learn to deal with it. So, there you go. There's my red ship. And then also you can see, what do you have? Wait, what do you have it? You got the parking lot. Look at that. See, you know, guys, hear me out. I know this doesn't do 8 full belts, but hear me out. What if we had more trains? So we had, so look at this. We had 10 million copper. That's a lot for the likes of someone like me. And I had, this is where I was using these little, the little ploppin' McPloppersons right here to, what is this? Oh, this is just gone. To saturate fully the iron patch. And by iron, I mean copper. And then put it into 18 billion belts. And then put those down to 8. And then put those into the loading trains. But this whole part of bringing all those belts took me forever because I am terrible at laying belts. So I learned about Factorio, autotorio.com or something, about a clever young lad who made a website. But that's a story for another time. Let's go to Blue Chip Land. Is that what's next? So we did... Oh, you know what's next? The Smeltatorium. This is great. This is where things started picking up. And by picking up, I mean arbitrarily changed for the better. I guess that's still picking up. Can we just go here? Can we just, yeah, let's go here. Do it now. Do it now. Where am I? Thank goodness I'm on the train. Recording these videos makes me acutely aware of how much I clear my throat. Usually when I'm recording or singing, doing the songs, as they say, making the music, as they might mention in the business, every single one of my takes starts off with me clearing my throat. But you can get that in post. Unfortunately, oh dear. So this is Smeltatorium. So I took those giant smelting arrays and I loaded them onto small trains. So big trains come in. But look at this. Look how cute this was. I made it so if I want to bring a small train in, I can bring a small train in. And if I want to bring a big train in, I can bring a big train in as well. I think that's fun. But where's all my copper big trains? Yeah, they're probably out getting stuck in other place. I wanted to build a separate. So this is the big train parking lot, and this is the small train parking lot. So I wanted to make the small trains like have their own entrance and then go to their own stops, and that'd be kind of cool. But it was easier because I needed the copper, and I didn't have a big copper train yet, and I didn't have a big copper mine yet. So I just made it so I could bring in small copper trains, which obviously didn't work because there's nothing here. So I built, oh, look at that. Here you go. We have 2 8 trains. Pretty cute. We got 8 belts of copper loading in there. And goes through these smelting arrays, which smelt. And then they make all of this. Wow, look at that. Wow. This is really running thin. What is using up all my copper? I thought everything was buffered. I have been doing things, apparently. I have not checked this Smeltatorium in a while. Oh my goodness, mouth noises. Criticized for that. So we've got 2 going to copper big and 1 in copper 6. Why are you just sitting there? Are you just almost out of steam at this point? Is it just taking forever to load? Yeah. Yeah, it is. This thing's getting tapped out. Oh, because this one was like 6 million, and I wanted to build a big copper. So what I ended up doing is building a big copper out here. This is a 14 mil. We're getting out to the big uns out here. The 25s, the 17s. Got a 10 there. What's my next big copper? 13? 4? 7? Yeah. Everyone knows what that means when we zoomed out and saw the map. Y'all know what that means. But we'll get there. Spoilers. You didn't see that. Spoilers. Okay. So, Smeltatorium. This is when I decided that I didn't want to put giant smelting arrays at every single mega whatever thingy. So, then we get to blue circuits. Or blue chips. Sorry. So, blue chips, no big smeltings. The blue chips just has green chips. Blue chips. Oh, red chips. Blue chips, red chips. 1 chips, 2 chips, red chips, blue chips. Red chips drop off. So we got red chips drop off, blue chips drop off. No. Green chips. Building train. Fuel train. And pickup. And then we've also got, now check out this little, why did I just park in the middle of everything? What is wrong with you? You're just trying to ruin your base, aren't you? I did it again. Why? Okay. Fortunately, we have plenty of PTs. So from the last video, instead of getting stranded out here, I've got, number 1, like 5 trains in my logic. So if I'm just standing in a building train area, I can just get a couple. Number 2, I've got building trains, so I pretty much never return to base anyways. Number 3, why is this... Number 3, go here, so I can get rammed by this train. What is this? What are you? Hold up. Why are you... Oh! Oh, 'cause blue chips. I'm like, why is there a... Why is there a barrel train? Liquid train. Why is there a liquid train? Twain. Mark Twain. Twain the bathtub, I'm twowning. Yes, that's right, because blue chips take sulfuric acid. So, I could already use the sulfuric acid hacky thing that I was already using for... Careful. Easy. Pick this guy up. I was already using the sulfuric acid that I used in the base for nuclear. Sorry, correct pronunciation. Nuclear. With a Q. Extra emphasis on the O. To drop off. Why is green... Oh, yeah, because green chips was horrible, as we saw. So my solution, and you can see how disappointing everything... Oh, look at that copper. This is where copper... I'm using blue chips somewhere. Oh, I know where I'm using blue chips. We'll see that later in the tour. So I found this blueprint. I couldn't find any good... What did I want to... No, I did have good blueprints for this. Because this dude right here... Mr. Mick Radzagla Longler. Look at this. 45 items per second. So I was going to plop down... Part of me wanted to plop down 8 of these. But I think the ratios for blue chips for what you need in a mega base or whatever you call for those, you don't need as many. So I started off with 1 blue belt of blue chips and figured, you know what, we'd figure it out from there. And the main thing that was a problem here is look at the design of this. This is not designed to be a standalone thinger, right? Wait, what am I looking at? Oh no, I didn't use this one at all. Which one did I use? My blueprints? Red chips? I don't know. Well, anyways, it was a blueprint that had a whole bunch. It had 15 green belts coming in here, right? So I'm like, well, my green belt train is not gonna work for 15. So what did I do? I took a lesson from the green chip failures, and I brought in plates from the Smeltatorium, right? And then I used some of those. Look at those little tiny, cute little arrays that put out a full blue belt, 45 items per second, 27 items per minute, That's what the full blue belt is, what they call in the business. And that loads into part of the 15. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't know why I chose 6. Oh, I think because I chose 8. Yes, of course. 8 come off the green chip train because it unloads from both sides, so obviously that makes 8. But hear me out, guys. What if there were more trains? So 8 from there, and then 5, 6 from there, make for 15, going into blue chips. And we got 2. This was easy. You got one train unloads into 2 belts. I can do that. That's something I can handle. That's why red chips is backed up right now. So you make 1 belt of blue, and it unloads into 1 train. We've got one place, actually 2 places that are using blue chips right now. One of them is the science experiment. And that's part of the failure of the science experiment. But we'll get there. And next is the beaconing. Dun 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 dun. Let's go ahead and put this down after. Look at that. This little red thing saves me. So let's check out the beginning. So now that I had blue chips, yeah, that's right. You don't ram into me. My gosh. Now that we have red chips, green chips. We started green chips. We tried. And blue chips. Now we can make what? Class. What can we make? We can make modules. And modules go in beacons. And that's why this whole station is called the beaconing. So let's go check it out. Don't look at this part. Just don't. Just don't. If I am not on this train. Okay. Oh, we're just out of fuel. Wait, first check. Am I on the train? Yes. Yes, I am. Bloop. All right. Off we go to the beaconing. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. You saw that somewhere else. Wait, where is the beaconing? Oh, it's over here. Down. It's right south of the base too. So we got some blueprint with all these cute little traffic parking things that packs them in really tight. That is convenient to have. You can see my main base. So what I had in my main base is it was spaced out really far, and I pulled a line off of here and made 3 more that like awkwardly went into here, and then like a train would pull up here, and then another train would pull in here and pass up this other. It seemed very unfair. Train engineers getting angry and being like, why? They got higher after me. Why did they get to go first? And so we had to fix that. So glad we found these parking lot arrays. So here we are at the beaconing. So the beaconing, oh gosh, no, don't look at that. Okay. The beaconing, let's look at the beaconing arrays. We didn't want to pull out, well, we left some room for expansion, right? So we had this beaconing blueprint that I found. It took 1 belt of green, red, 1 belt of red, blue, and it put out, I don't think it was meant to put out a full belt. I don't know what it was meant to do. It's something per second. Let's check. Red chips. There's 40. Yeah, hey, there's 45 a second of red chips. Oh yeah, probably can. This is if I was going to redo red chips. Probably use that guy. What about that guy? Science, swamp science, modules. Here it is, modules. 12 per minute. So 12 per minute is obviously roughly about 12 per second, because as the calculation goes. So somewhere around there. Not a full blue boat, but what we're gonna do is load it. I got this trick from Catherine the Sky as well. All right, check it out. You got your beacon train, right? The beaconing, the module train. Modules go in beacon, so it's called the beaconing. All right, that's fine. And you put the beacons on the same car that the building train has beacons, right? And then you send your beacon train to the building stops, and they can fill in all the missing modules to the beacons. Since I have built this train, I have not used it once because as I said before, the in-base the in-base module building has covered all of my big builds since there. So cool. But I tried to do something cute, and I had a green station, a blue station, and a red station right here, and then they mixed right here, and I didn't have these balancers. Didn't have any balancers at all. They just all four unloaded directly belt to belt, maxed up against each other, and then 4 to 4 went to all these stations. Well, guess what happened? One of the red sides, one of the sides of the red chip train unloaded faster than the other. So I needed balancers. So then I moved the red chip train down here so I could throw in an 8-belt balancer. But that still didn't work because the green red would go faster than the blue red. Is kind of what happened. So there's still problems. And I'm also I'm also unloading 8 belts off of 1-4 train. 1-4 train. But hear me out, guys. What if I added more trains? Or in this case, what if I added more red chips directly in? So here's what we did. We used our hideous 11 per second. So these aren't full belts. We used our hideous 11 per second red chip arrays. We brought in a plastic train, a copper train, plates, not ore. Mind you, when I brought in ore, it was this big. All to these little guys. Now I'm just bringing in plates so I can fit the whole thing right here because it's stupid. So yeah, just bring a plastic train in, bring a plate train in from the Smeltatorium, and bring an iron plate train in from the Smeltatorium. And you might think, I already built the parking lot here. How am I going to get these trains back here to fix my mistakes and to jank up this the beaconing? We just put in another parking lot right here. And we just put in another parking lot and just go off the. I mean, you just put an intersection right there. You just put in another parking lot. That's the solution. You make it happen, and then you just get back on the main line. No problem. All right. So, almost done here. How long can I upload? All right, we're going to finish this off in 3 minutes. All right, because the last thing we have to see... Oh, no, we still have that other thing. All right. Well, why don't I just not ride... How about I just don't ride the train? I can see everything from the map anyways. Good gosh. All right, so we got the beginning. The beginning is to build science. I don't know what to do for science. Let's look at the base science. I'm using these blueprints, and it's just like yellow belts, randomly upgraded things here. I finally fixed... Did I fix? I might have fixed. Oh, I finally fixed this. I saw this in the other video I was talking about. The steel. That's the only thing that didn't make it all the way up with steel. And it wasn't because I didn't plop this down correctly. It's because some iron plates got into the steel line. Or some iron plates or something wrong. I think it was like fish or low density structures got here. So this filter would not move. So these wouldn't get steel. So these aren't working anyways. What is wrong with you? It's missing these guys. And this is why I actually follow them. Okay, no. We're going to finish this tour. Okay. So we have, these are the sciences. We got the white science, ranger power. And I think, well, look at these science modules, right? So I'm getting a total from my base. I'm getting about, let's look at the last hour or so. It's probably, 99 a minute? We're getting closer to 100. That's not bad. Where's my other sciences? 100? 101? Look at that. We're up to 100. But we're only producing 60. Hold on, time out. Hold on. How are we getting 100 when we're only producing 60? I don't think that's sustainable. What's going on? That's 60. Anyways, so these science thingers, because it says what? From 18. Oh, 18. Oh, no, I'm not using that one, though. I'm not using this one either. I am using this one. So this is supposed to be, this is supposed to be 45 a minute. How much is 45 a minute? Oh no, I want 45 a second. Oh. Well, no wonder. But anyways, yeah, this is base science. This is base science off the main bus. The main bus is a mess. Everything's a mess. Science labs are honestly a mess. We started off with the science go around, the other belts. These are just feeding over here for who's at what not. So look at these areas. They're actually kind of going. They're kind of doing their little thing. So we tried science. So we looked for blueprints. So we got the science book, which is just your basic science, your early game, mid game science. So, we need something bigger. This is 1,000. Oh wait, no. All science 1,000 per minute. Well, then we run into things like this too, like where you're doing, level version 15 science where the sciences are named wrong. They got the wrong recipe anyways, and then like half of the things are deleted from the main thing you put together. But that'd be nice if I got some of that to work. And then you got, this one I started actually using. Then you got this thing. 1 science per minute, or 1,000 science per minute in this easy base. So what we're going to do, we just plop down this guy. Dun, dun, dun. So I thought about, here's a spot. Just plop it down. So I did go into creative mode and tried to build. By the way, creative mode is really hard. I had to download some mods to actually, I'm sitting there trying to make all these bots work and stuff. I'm like, I just want to plop stuff down and see if it works. Anyways, so we found this blueprint. Compact science 1 per second. 1 per second, aka 60 per minute, eh? Yeah, I think it's a good place to start, 60 per minute. And if that works, you keep popping down 60 per minute 60 times, and you get 3,600 per minute. Easy math. So we plop down. So yeah, here we are back at Mega Oil because we had plastic here. No, we had. What I noticed at Mega Oil was there's like 2 oil trains waiting to dump off right here. Mostly because it didn't need oil. Mostly because this plastic train is hardly ever coming by. And bless this blueprint, this is actually putting out the plastic that I need. And this is always full. Bless this blueprint. What am I doing here? I don't know. Okay, so bountiful oil. We already have coal here as well, but I brought in another coal as well. Shout out to Westau Giga Coal, which we didn't use, but now we are. I think is Westau Giga Coal now coming here? Yeah. There it is. Now in the life of Westau Giga Coal, instead of sitting at that base forever and never moving, it is now sitting in the parking lot for Science Experiment 1.0. So the blueprint called for 2 lanes of iron ore, a split belt of coal and stone. So this is why the coal train's not moving at all. And oil and water. Easy enough. So I borrowed a couple of big trains from the Smeltatorium. Oh my, we're over an hour. We'll edit it down. Don't worry. Brought in a couple of big trains from the Smeltatorium. Because I figured 8 true belts could be put into 2, but unfortunately I had not much space, and I came up with this. Why? I don't know what I'm doing. This bouncers. And then I made this copper mine because there's copper right here. So I'm like, you know what? There's copper right here. Might as well grab some copper. Just supplementation is the answer. So, problem number 1. Rocket fuel takes light oil now. So this used to be all rocket fuel and then no light oil. So I had to take away 2 rocket fuel places and pipe in the light oil. So this was off. Solid fuel is probably off at that point too. So, rocket fuel seemed low at that point too. Because you know what? I thought, you know what? I've got a fuel train. Fuel train's dropping off rocket fuel anyways. You know what? Let's put up some things and pipe it into the base. So we got rocket fuel piping directly into this racket. And we've got rocket fuel also just piping into this line, because I think I needed it somewhere else. And by I mean this blueprint. It needed it at the... Oh yeah, it needed it for the satellite. And there's no good place to put in the blue requester chests to pump directly into here. So we used the existing belt. We just shimmed in one right here. We shimmed in... What else did we shim in? Oh yeah, blue science does not take solid fuel. It takes sulfur. So we had to fix that as well. What we did there is we were there. This was originally part of the plan. And this sulfur was feeding directly into sulfuric acid. So what we did is put a little bit of a requester chest right there. So we could put a little bit of a provider chest here and put it on the line. We couldn't put a provider chest here because it was outside. Yeah, there was an awkward space in the middle where it was outside the RoboPort range, and I couldn't fit a RoboPort in. So that was problem number 2. We fixed that. Problem number 3... Problem number 3 was the trains were just slow. And we weren't getting enough copper to make green chips, so we couldn't make blue chips. So, wait for it. Are you putting it together? We rammed in a blue chip train. Blue chip train. That's what we did. That's where blue chips are being used. It's just being unloaded into double, not single, double requester chests. Just so I can add in a few more blue chips here and there, right? So that gets... Man, these are ready to roll. Why aren't you launching? Do I have to come over here and give you what for? Looks like you did launch. No, you're pumping out white science all over the place. What's missing? Black science is going wrong? You know what? I'm not going to fix this as part of this video. I'm refraining. Mostly because I'm in map view, so I can't click and see what the problem is. Because rest assured that if I was here, I would probably be trying to fix this. So, that's the science experiment. And it's getting me up to, what are we at? In the last hour, about 100 per minute. We got artillery shell range 5. Let's talk about the re-education chain. That's all what you're here for anyways. We'll spend the last horrible 5 minutes of wasting your time for those of you who skipped to the end anyways. So, we built a re-education train, and the re-education train is just a bunch of our artillery things. And we built artillery shells by barrowing this spot in the mall, right here, where you build wagons. You change this. This has everything you need for artillery trains, except for small engines. So you make a little requester chest, and you ram in some small engines. So if ever I feel the need to increase the education levels of the biters around the base, you can just run into the old mall and change this over to artillery wagons and let it run until you get 3 or 4, and then expand the education station. So education station, it's got a couple of arrays of this build the shooty thingies. Look at this. This is when I started doing my own design, because it needed this blueprint took cogs. Gears. I don't even know what they're called. It took them as an input. Like, what do you have them on the bus? I probably would. No, you don't have them on the bus. You make your own. So I had to make my own. And in order to do that, I threw down assembler. And for the longest time, I actually had one assembler. Yeah, because it's just, double grabbing across both ways. So it can put down, because it had to be on this side of the belt. It was a half belt. Sorry, it wasn't a full belt. It was a half belt of gears. So I was doing that for a while. And then I needed to go faster. So at this point, I had beacons. I want to call them beacons. At this point, I had modules galore. So I just slammed all the modules in there. Slammed some beacons around there. And then I needed another one, so I somehow rammed that in there too. So we're making all of the things for the education train. Let's take the education train out for one last ride before we say goodbye. Because, you want to see it. This is, you know what this is. This is the education train educating, a.k.a. exploring. So, where are we at? Where's a good place that needs some re-education? Here's a good spot. I think did I educate? I haven't really educated from here. So let's go on out here. I like to set the weight condition to empty cargo. So if all of a sudden the train pulls out of the station, I know that education time is over. 10? Wait, do I have more? Oh, I haven't taken this train out since I added more education. Wait, how slow is this thing by now? Because it was 3, 6. And then I added 4 more. Wait, how much is it by now? Counting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I added... Oh, we'll see. Well, this is exciting. New education. That was good. Pulling on into the station. How are we feeling at South Wall East? Southeast, I think, would be the proper term. So, the cool thing about these... Oh, I need to pull forward a little bit. All right. Let the education begin. So, the artillery wagons will automatically fire, and they perfectly take out bases. Oh, I love it. I love it so much, how quickly they perfectly take out the bases with exactly the shots that they need. The bad part is they have about, like, what, 30% of the range is what you can do if you manually fire them. So, unfortunately, I mean, I'm trying. This is 100 times per minute at work right here. We got artillery shell range 5. I mean, that's going all the way out to here. Look at that. That's some education. Oh, here's some supplemental education. They wanted some after class personal attention, so they come up to the wall for that. Love it. But let's see. Has the train reached its education limit? Okay, let's do some more manual education. We got 12 shots now. So let's man, gotta get that artillery range 5. Let's do some. Let's just check out in here. Do. Gosh, the last time I was when I was trying to update the array to build these things, I realized like how much they cost and why I shouldn't just be haphazardly just shooting them all over the place. But you know what? What are games for if you can't just haphazardly shoot your incredibly expensive ammunition haphazardly across the map? So not really seeing anything new here. Just scouting out some new spots to potentially go. Where am I at, anyways? Need to build some different train stations. Let's take out a base. You, and maybe else. Hey, Bobo, let's shoot some things at the buggers. I'm sad how much you can't really. There you go. Get that worm. So yeah, you can do stuff like that, but 9 personal lasers plus a spider with lasers. Much better. So this is what I do while I wait for everything to buffer and build. You just go out and shoot things. Just make sure all the things are shot. And then a couple of worms there. Yep. And then all the buggers, the biters. For those the Ender's Game fan, there's buggers. I'm gonna call them buggers now. And they're Virels, so they must be shot. Probably don't know how to pronounce that. Oh, here we go. Some more education. Yes, that is one thing to keep in mind when you drive the education train out. You can't just go shooting without having some protection around it, because they're gonna come running, and they're not gonna be happy. But fortunately, we had built the wall long before we built the education train. So yeah. So future plans. Maybe build out here. Build some more. Yeah, we got. We've been building these. This is a 15 million one. We got a big train here. We got a big one, if you will. Iron 6 big, as I have denoted it so denotedly. You got some cute islands to go to. You got some desert to go to. You got 14 million there. There's a 3,300. I think there's a 5,000 out here somewhere for the oils. Man, even I get all the way out here, there's not much oil. I see that a lot of times what people will do is stop using oil and just use coal, the coal liquefaction process instead of oil. But haven't got there yet. Oh, this is the next plan. The final plan, because I built like 4 nukes and went out and used them, and they're kind of fun, but 4 goes really fast. So I was gonna take this. Look at this: 10 million uranium. You got your copper. You got your ore. You got 25 million. You got 8 million. You got a bunch of stuff here. So I was thinking of building this space as a production facility for only nuclear warheads. Just nothing but missiles. So just anytime you feel like going out and nuking the crap out of everyone, you have infinite warheads to just throw into your rocket launcher. I think that's why can't you put warheads? Why can't you put nukes into the artillery chain? I mean, come on. Like what? Okay, you've got an artillery train that can shoot what? How far? Like all the way out to here, right? And you're gonna stick a nuke in a rocket launcher. You're gonna stick a nuke in a rocket launcher, or you're gonna stick a nuke in your spider. Look how far this goes. This is how far you want to launch a nuke. You don't want to stand there with a rocket launcher. Jeez. Anyways, so, and then finally, what? Oh, base was running out of iron. That's the end of the story. Yeah, that's the end of the story, and then some. Is base was almost. Oh my gosh. You know what? You go to. Oh my gosh! Don't go there. Why are you going to Iron 1? Nobody even cares. Just go to Iron 1 and stay there. No, go to the Smeltatorium. Drop off there. Oh, we've got problems. Smeltatorium, copper, iron, small. Go there till you're empty. And go. See ya. What are we gonna do with all these trains? I feel like I can fit more in there. I can go back to the right. So this is what happens. Oh. So, so we were running out. It said Iron 1 is, almost gone. getting down there. Iron 2 is almost gone. The base was running out of iron. So the logical solution was to use this iron that I hadn't. I'd actually built the train thing over, and I thought, I'm never going to use this. And here's where we started. Here's the picture. So we built this little iron base here, and then we built like five trains. Just sent them all to the base, and surely nothing will happen wrong with that. And certainly things did happen wrong with that, because now we're plugged up. So that's a problem. Can you just delete trains? Oh, look at this little fuel guy. I wish there's a way to make it so like there's a little doobly-doo that only the fuel train can do, because he's got to go all the way. Look at him. He's got to sit there and wait, and then he's got to go over here, and he's got to pick up the fuel. And honestly, most of what he does is he goes over here and he drops it off just so this science experiment can be supplemented. So that's where we're at. Where am I at is the question. Let's go back to base. Let's finish this off. Let's finish this the right way. Oh, I wish I had some. Wait, I have some uranium. Wait, why can't I make more nukes? Hold up. Oh, I can. Oh, well, I should have done that like 5 years ago. Because now we're at 18 minutes over the hour. Oh, jeez. The question is, am I going to split this up? Or am I going to... Probably not. All right, well, tune in next time when I might launch nukes. No, let's finish it right. Let's go find Spider-Man. Where's Spider? Hello? I think I left him back at the base. Oh, there he is. Yep. Let's go. Let's go back and get in our Spider. Honestly, most of the time I just spend time in the Spider, just running around. I probably use the Spider more than trains, because you can just use your blueprint. You can just use the... my goodness, mouth noises. You can just use the little remote and control to just send you and the Spider somewhere else. Oh! Forgot one last thing. Oh man, the last thing. The last thing I did, this is, you can see, it was terrible. It's not carrying anymore. This iron mine is gone, so whatever. But this base is called Chips Ahoy. This is what Chips Ahoy is. It's bringing in iron plates, loading them onto two, not one, but two sets of passive providers, just so we can unload them into here, so we can have full steel and full iron on the belt. Now you might be thinking, why didn't you just take the belts down, get rid of these smelting arrays, and just put it right under the bus? And you know, that's a good question. I thought of it myself after these were all full and I didn't want to move them. But there it is. That's Chips Ahoy. It's called Chips Ahoy because, I don't know, I think I had chips on the mind. And when the rockets, when the robots come and swarm like bees, let's you know, when they swarm like the bees, it looks like they're going ahoy. See, for example, watch this. We'll leave you with this. We'll leave you with the swarming robots bringing a bunch of stuff here. Look at them go. That was really anticlimactic.